Welcome to Business as a Magical Practice, where your business is the vehicle for your self-integration and soul evolution. My name is Sam Garcia, and I'm the founder of Dirty Alchemy Digital Marketing. And I'll be guiding you through how you can use your business as a spiritual practice and what magical businesses are doing to hit their goals and change the world. Together, we'll be relating the mystical to the world of business so that our work can unite spirit and matter, shadow and light, conscious and unconscious. Let's dive in. Welcome to episode 19, Business is a Magical Practice. Really happy you're here. Today we're talking all about morning routines, and it's kind of funny. We are not talking about this because it's something that I do all the time or that I'm particularly good at, but because it's something that I know I need to start doing more of. I'm currently super inconsistent with my morning routine, and that gets even worse when I have a busy week or month, when we're doing a lot of launches, when we're in a high traffic time for our business and supporting a lot of people. I tend to just totally fall off the wagon and check my phone first thing in the morning, even though I know it's bad. But it's really hard. It really is hard to develop a good routine or ritual first thing in the morning, even when you know it's really important for jumpstarting your day in a positive way. And what is extra interesting is that in preparation for this episode, we started thinking about it and preparing for it a few weeks ago. And just because it was rattling around in my brain, I have been a little bit more consistent with the morning routine and being more intentional. So I'm hoping this for you, that it's just as simple as thinking a little bit more about it. So if you are like me, you've heard tons of really successful people talking about their morning routines. Maybe you've even tried your own morning routine and fallen off the wagon, or maybe you're looking for a way to change it up because your current routine feels boring. Either way, we are talking all about it today, and we're going to look at 3 really great influencers and their morning routines, which can hopefully give you some inspiration for your own. So let's talk about why morning routines are such a hot topic right now. The main appeal of morning routines is that they basically inject stability straight into your day, which makes your work easier and your life easier. When you're busy with life, with your business, with your family, your life can fill with busyness and lose meaning. Taking scheduled time every day to recenter yourself and focus on your values and what's important to you is really powerful. It makes sure that you're prioritizing the things you want to prioritize and you're not just getting caught up in the grind of work. So as entrepreneurs, this is really easy for us. It's super easy to get wrapped up in everything that needs to get done and not make time for yourself. But by creating a morning routine that focuses on your values and what's important to you, you're ensuring that you're keeping certain things sacred in your life. You're making time for yourself. You're staying grounded in the meaning and the purpose of why you're really here. If you don't have a morning ritual, it's really easy to put off mindfulness and mind-body focus. So having one allows you to fully show up for the rest of the day. And if you heard my recent episode on having a fucked up brain, which I'll link to in the show notes, you know that stability can make a huge difference in your mental health as well, especially with online businesses where you can feel like you're always online. Giving your brain that space to reset and focus is really powerful for your overall health, and it helps you to not build stress. So, without further ado, I want to talk about the morning routines of 3 of my favorite influencers, women who are insanely successful, to see what they're doing right in the morning to start their days off right. So starting off with Gala Darling. I love Gala. If you don't know Gala Darling, she's a best-selling author and speaker whose business is built around radical self-love. She's also a big fan and teacher of EFT, tapping, emotional freedom technique, which, if you don't know what that means, it is an emotional psychological technique that balances your energy and uses meridian points. So Gala Darling has written that she's definitely fallen off the wagon with morning routines as well. Super relatable, right? But in her morning routine, she tries to wake up at 7:30 a.m. or earlier, does some gentle stretching and then half an hour of exercise before she showers and gets pretty for the day, and then makes a healthy smoothie and takes her vitamins as she starts checking her emails and getting into the workflow. She also takes time in the morning to set intentions for the day in her journal. And Gala Darling has said that what she doesn't do is just as important as what she does in her morning routine. Like sleeping in until 10 or 11 just doesn't do it for her because she knows that she gets her best work done first thing in the morning. But the most important thing for her, start your day off by raising your vibration to one of joy and excitement. The only rule she has for morning routines is it has to feel good and it has to be focused on you, not other people. So no Instagram scrolling. She recommends meditating, singing, working out, stretching, journaling, and a gratitude practice. And the best part is you can change it up. Do whatever you want to do on that day as long as you're taking time to focus on yourself and positivity. You're starting your day off right. Next up, Jasmine Star. Jasmine Star is an entrepreneur and photographer who specializes in social media and branding. You might have heard her before on her podcast, The Jasmine Star Show, or seen her around Instagram. She has a really incredible story about how she got to where she is right now, but all you really need to know is that she's super successful and she says she gets her best work done first thing in the morning. So Jasmine had said that she wakes up every morning at 4:30 a.m. Sounds really early, right? But she says she's a slow starter. And because she never hops out of bed like, hey world, here I am, she knows that she needs a lot of time in the morning to just sit and be and get ready for the day. Because what do you need to optimize your morning if you are a slow starter? You need time to prepare for the day and do all the things that get you into a space of creativity and workflow. For Jasmine, that looks like taking 45 minutes every day before the wheels start turning to have a cup of tea, to take a bath, to take time to stretch and do yoga and pray and read, all the things that she knows help get her ready for the day. Then she starts work at 5:30 in the morning, totally ready to go. And it's perfect because that's when her mind is the most sharp. And Jasmine has said that the first things that she does at work are the things that actually need her full attention, like writing podcasts, writing social media posts, because that's when her cup is overflowing with creativity and focus. And she knows that that's when she can give her best of herself, when she can give the best of herself and the most of herself to her audience. And this is the way she looks at her morning routine. Jasmine says, I give myself 45 minutes of utter decadence. It is a gift and a treat. I think this is really beautiful, a beautiful way to look at it, especially if you struggle with morning routines or you're not a morning person, to look at it like you're giving yourself a gift. It's just so powerful. I mean, it's also like if you look at it, getting up at 4:30 in the morning, it's generally probably before her team is awake. It's probably before a lot of her audience is awake. And if you are a people pleaser, like a lot of us women, getting up before anyone else is awake in this time period of silence that can really nourish yourself with and you can be within. The third person I'm going to feature is Gabby Bernstein. If you don't know her, she is a #1 New York Times bestselling author who Oprah named the new thought leader for the next generation. I mean, do you want to be that successful? A lot of people say that being on Oprah would be like their #1 goal, their dream goal. So good job, Gabby. Anyways, Gabby wakes up and practices transcendental meditation for 20 minutes. Then she does another 20 minutes of an EFT meditation. Then, if she has time, she does an hour of exercise like yoga, Pilates, sculpting class, or walking. So her entire morning routine can last 1 to 2 hours. And she does this all with a baby at home because it's really that important to her. So I love these examples because they demonstrate that successful people have time for themselves, time for their mental health, their physical health, and spiritual health. I mean, what's that quote? If you don't have 20 minutes a day to meditate, then you need to actually be spending 2 hours a day meditating. So let's take a look at the 3 main takeaways from these morning routines. First of all, work when your brain functions best. One thing I see over and over again when I was researching morning routines is that most successful people aren't just working when their brains are at 100%, but they're actually planning their schedule around when they know they're going to put out their best work. Okay? And that's the best part of it. One of the many great things about entrepreneurship, right? A lot of times we can make our own schedules. So ask yourself, when do I feel most creative, most juicy? When do I feel overflowing and I have the most of myself? That might be the time when you want to actually give it to your business or give it to yourself and create those really important things like intellectual property, like designing programs, like writing things to share on social media, because you can actually give from that really beautiful place. And I'm sure you already know that the energy that you put into something is really potent, right? So if you find that you work best in the morning, or you feel really guilty if you wake up after 10 a.m., even if it's hard, even if you're not a morning person, if you work in those hours when your brain is at its most sharp, you're going to fully give yourself to your audience, and you're definitely going to see the results of that in your business. You might even find that you save time that you can now spend on other things because you're able to be so productive in those morning hours when your brain is totally turned on. Of course, not everyone is a morning person, so no shame to the night owls that feel like they work best at midnight into 2 a.m. It's really about knowing yourself, right? So 2, find your own flow. One thing that really surprised me about researching for this episode is how different people's morning routines are. And I think that's really cool. It definitely fits into this idea that I talk about a lot of intuitive marketing, where you're doing the things that feel right for you and your business. The big takeaway is that you shouldn't let anyone make you feel like your morning routine has to be one way or another. You can, and you should, make it your own and get rid of anything that isn't helping you. Find your own flow. So, big takeaway number 3, mind, body, spirit connection. The ideal morning routine includes your mind, your body, and your spirit. We see this again and again when we look at morning routines that are really beneficial to the people who use them. They include exercise and meditation, or journaling, or eating something nutritious that gives your body what it needs. That connection of mind, body, and spirit is a really powerful way to start your day fully aligned. So if you have fallen off the wagon with morning routines before, maybe it's because this was way out of balance. Maybe try bringing components of all 3 of those things, mind, body, and spirit, into your morning routine and see if it helps you get more out of it. Because once you see that your morning routine is making a huge difference in your life, it'll become a lot easier to keep doing it. So that's what we're hoping to get out of morning routine. And the next step of that is, how can you bring those values into your business so that your life isn't compartmentalized, but it's actually an extension of your soul? When you give yourself the space to align your values and your energy, you're not just fully showing up in your business, you're also allowing your business to fully show up for you. You're going to be much more likely to be in a place where you respect your business instead of resent it. And you're giving it attention and love, which would be a lot harder if you are unfocused, uncentered, and overwhelmed in your life. So when you take this time for yourself, you're actually allowing your business to reach its full potential, and you're really feeding your business's soul. So, what practices from this episode are you going to try? I really love the idea of using EFT more consistently to jumpstart my day. I actually tend to use it at night, but I'm wondering if I should switch it around to the morning. And I actually just started exercising again for the first time in 2 months, which is a little embarrassing. Like, seriously, no exercise in 2 months. I just started up again. It's been 3 days in a row. I'm really proud of myself. Feeling like a superhero, not gonna lie. But I would love to hear from you, what you think. So head on over to my Instagram. It's at The Dirty Alchemy. I'll link to it in the show notes, and let me know. Let me know what you're going to try. Let me know what you do. Are you already baller at morning routines? I'm wondering how easy it is for other people to have a morning routine. Do you find that you fall off the wagon a lot, or are you pretty good about sticking to a morning routine? Does your morning routine change over time? And of course, let me know if there's someone I should have included here who has a really inspirational morning routine, because I would love to hear it. So let me know. Head on over. And other than that, have a great day, have a great week, and I will see you next Thursday.